What does confidence look like? At the Shea House, we believe it's about embracing who you are, owning your story, and showing up as your authentic self every day. Welcome to Confident in My Skin, a new series by the Shea House featuring real people, real stories, and honest conversations about confidence, self-care, life, and what it truly means to be comfortable in your own skin. Because confidence looks different for everyone, and every story deserves to be told. Emma, tell us about yourself.
My name is Emmron'S, a child of God, love of dogs. I don't know if they are appearing in the frame, but yeah, I'm a systems engineer. That's what I do for an IT company called, not even, it's OEM company called Mess Technologies. But I am also into the creative arts as well, because I have a keen eye for the creative, and that means visual, like visual art and all. So you can find me sometimes doing graphics design professionally as well, and for church, Worship Harvest. But also I'm a book editor, and no, that's not what I did at school. I think it was, I always say it was like a calling, because that is where my passion was. What I did in school essentially informs what I'm doing now in a weird way, by the way. It was like an experience that I needed a hurdle that I needed to get over. But also, I have always loved computers since I was a child. I remember mommy used to say, there's this story that she says that whenever Emmron is quiet, something is broken. So I had this thing where I liked taking apart gadgets. Like I just liked seeing how things work, like the intricacies of how everything works. It may be software, it may be hardware, but I'm always intrigued by that. And I think that lends itself to the creative space as well, because in the creative space you are creating, but not just creating. It's like you are looking at the intestines, like like the whole processes. So it's so fun that everything that entails processes, I am drawn to. Book editing, writing. I'm also an author, an aspiring author.
Nice.
Those who know me will probably just be like, of course he's writing a
course.
book about science fiction. Of course. So the book is called, so it's the Hydra's Odyssey Saga. It's a saga.
The what?
Hydra's Odyssey Saga.
Okay.
There are going to be
We
three
need to
books.
write that one. We just need to write it down. Yeah.
So there'll be three books. I'm currently in the final editing phases of the first book. Then we shall see where to take the
How
second
did
and
that
third
even
books.
start?
It's so funny. When I was doing Harvest Institute in 2023, one of the requirements is to write a book. And for some reason, somebody just told me, just write a sci-fi book. Because you're going to stress yourself writing a book about your life. You're interested in that. I'm going to say nonsense, but I'm sorry. But that to me, that I was like, I'm not interested in this.
As in your life is evolving yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm really interested in sci-fi, fantasy. So, but I was more drawn towards hard science fiction, where everything is grounded in a roundabout way in the laws of physics. And if something happens outside of the laws of physics, a sufficient explanation needs to be made to justify that, not just
So something that looks almost real.
Yeah,
Like
that
how you'd have Dune. No?
exactly.
Like how you'd have Dune.
Dune is actually hard sci-fi.
Yeah.
How you can have the Expanse.
Yeah.
The Expanse. For anyone who hasn't watched it, I recommend.
haven't.
I recommend. It's a really good show. Yeah. So, in a nutshell, that is who I am. The book will be coming soon.
We're watching this space for that book that I can't even remember the title, but it's going to appear.
So the first book is called Entombed Fractures.
Entombed Fractures.
Entombed Fractures. Yes.
Wow. Honestly, sometimes I think, like, I don't know how people get into their mind, because the thing is that remember what I was asking you, that when you're writing something, because most times, like, I mean, I'm a communications person, so usually you have to do a bit of research to make the thing believable. And so, like, especially for things that are like a fictional thing, how do you create a reality that people can actually be able to read and get into and actually believe it, a believable reality that does not exist? How do you do even that?
So this is going to sound a bit sad, but it's like, to me, I see it as a testimony to God's goodness and His perfection in creation. To me, I always have this thing where I'm an overly imaginative person, like to the nth degree. So I find it easy to imagine things. Yeah. So when they said write a book, I'm like, I want to write a book about science fiction. I'm like, okay. One thing led to another, one thing led to another, one thing led to another. I kept rewriting and rewriting and rewriting and like scrapping some ideas, rewriting other ideas. Currently, when I tell people the word count, people are like, what? But an average novel, fictional novel, is minimum 120,000 words, minimum. Currently, in our fifth draft, we're in our fifth draft, and we have 197,000, the last time I checked, words. So I find it easy. Now, the challenge is creating believable characters.
Yeah.
That is the challenge. Because most people want to insert their own ideas onto characters, other than letting the characters breathe naturally. For example, the main character is called Ricards Ocheng. Now, if we say Ocheng is the manager of, I don't want to give out too many spoilers, we say Ocheng is the manager of this mining outpost out on Triton. Triton is a moon that orbits Neptune. So, again, I don't want to give details. So if we say so these are his character traits. Maybe he's very conservative. He's very matter of fact. He likes processes to go the way they're supposed to. He's very people oriented because of his managerial position. Maybe he wants people to like him. So how can I use those as character flaws, but also as vehicles to create friction between characters, and not friction for the sake of it, but friction per se. So it's about, okay, Ocheng is this, this, and this, and this. I don't want 4 chapters later, for some reason it feels like Ocheng is a totally different person. The evolution of Ocheng needs to be consistent with his character. Too many words.
Yeah. So that is Emma. Emmron. No, but family, I think we mostly call you Emma, but he's famously known as Emmron. So I wanted to just to leap off that you've given us quite a lot about yourself and who you are. If your friends were to describe you in 3 words, what would they say?
Loud, geeky, loud, geeky, passionate.
Speak on the geeky and the passionate part.
I think those are 2 sides of the same coin. If I like something, I go wholeheartedly into it all the way. It's not, I don't half and half something. If I really, really like something, I really, really like something. And if I'm very apprehensive about something, you will know. I really don't. For example, as you know, my sister, I don't like conflict. You know that very well. Yeah. So sometimes when it comes to conflict, I'm like, I can't be bothered. Yeah,
you're a man of peace.
So I'm really passionate about peace. So I'm like,
passionate about peace. That's a good one. That's a good one. So, that's a good one.
But also the geeky part, I had this terminology online. It's called gear porn. So what do I mean by, like, now everyone is going to porn, but gear porn essentially means loving the intricacies of how machines work. Now, like if you notice, what are the most popular IPs, intellectual property, entertainment intellectual properties among geeky men? Normally it's science fiction. Normally it's things that pertain to IT, how things work, what. So that's gear porn. And that's why the first Iron Man is very popular. Because in the first Iron Man, you're seeing how we create something, you're seeing the intricacies of how something works, and that's why it's one of my favorite. Actually, it is my favorite MCU film to this day. It's because of that, because of like you're seeing him work on something. It's not just magic
and flying.
And flying, and it's actually grounded. You can actually visibly see how he got from point A to point B without any. I don't say some words, but without any magic in there. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So loud, passionate,
geeky,
and geeky. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. So, but you've actually already spoken about what I can imagine almost what you're going to say, but I would still want to find out what brings you joy these days.
First of all, God.
That's a good one.
My dear sister here tried to invite me to church for years. She has a story to tell. But funnily enough, amazingly enough, I found peace and camaraderie in church.
It's a word.
It's a word.
Yeah.
In church, and sometimes people go to spaces that feel or that have a lot of love because they're trying to escape from something. I try as much as possible not to be that kind of person. I try as much as possible to face the realities of life, but also acknowledge that there is love this side. Because some people give themselves wholly to the idea and seem to forget that they need to address or they need to make their bed. They want to leave their room without making their bed, thinking they are going to go to a space that is filled with love and all, and they think their bed is going to be magically made. So when they come back, they're faced with the reality that they actually have to make the bed. So I try as much as possible not to let that be a problem that arises within me, but I found joy most importantly, found joy in serving God.
In serving God.
Like, 10 years ago, you'd ask me, why are you going to Nairobi? You're going to Nairobi for a church conference. Emmron, church conference. For where? I can stay home and play video games.
I know, right?
So that's the most important thing, but also reading. I find delving into how the human mind works very fascinating, how people think, how just things work. I find that very, very fascinating. And I'll be honest, deep conversation is something that really fascinates me. I get very bored by people who just want to stick to surface level conversation. Man.
Deep conversations.
Those ones.
My God. So, ladies, I hope you're listening to this. Deep conversations. Women love deep conversations. I don't know why, but yeah, we do. Yeah. Yeah. So we are listening. Okay. What does a typical day look like for you?
If it doesn't entail going to office, waking up, praying. Okay, if it doesn't entail going to office, waking up, praying, getting dressed, and going to work. But also.
But you work a lot from home.
A lot from home. But if it entails working from home, getting up, praying, then sitting on your computer, and just doing what the day is required of.
Yeah.
And I always say working from home is a trap because I often find myself working till like 10 p.m.
Not
11.
10 p.m.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, forgive, like 2 a.m. Forgive.
Yeah.
And for some reason I don't complain, but I'm trying to tell myself you don't have to do these things beyond a certain hour.
Yeah.
But
is it also that you probably have, it's the structure? Because I think the thing for me of working from home, it's that I'm still really trying to master is the structure of, because it's very blurry, the lines become very blurry between your work life and your social life. So personally, I usually start work a bit late. And so because I start work a bit late, then that means I'm also going to work a bit late, long into the evening. Yeah, so I don't know how does that work for you? Is it the same thing? Or for you, your structure is very clear?
Early, late. Start
Early.
early and late.
And late.
And it's not that I'm working on just one thing. I could bounce between the graphics design, the IT part of it, or the editing part of it, depending on what is most urgent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously the IT takes the bulk of it. And that normally entails doing research, finding out what is happening, especially in the hardware space.
Yeah.
Because as we are right now, because of the current climate, the hardware space is I would equate it almost to being in 7th gear.
Okay.
We are on the Autobahn going at 200 miles an hour right now. So
it's all right. It's all right. This is where Apostle Moses says that, okay, yeah, art students be in class. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So from that part, I want to pivot a bit and just change into like the things that I'm very comfortable with. Like, for example, what does confidence in your skin? What does confidence in your skin mean to you?
Funnily enough, confidence in my skin, I look at you as an inspiration for that.
Really?
Yeah,
Tell me.
because there is a picture that a conversation I remember very clearly. It was in 2020. I think we had an introduction at home. And there's a picture of you I took, and you were praying like this. You're in a blue dress, a blue. So I put that picture on my status, and then someone asked, no, actually, it was your birthday when I posted that picture, and then I put 40 years never looked good on any, something like that. And then someone came and asked, is that one really 40? I'm like, that was then. Now you're like 25.
I know, 25. Yeah.
So I was like, something told me, Monang, there's power here. So a seed.
Tell me about the seed.
So the seed was taking the Shea House products very seriously.
Yeah.
And actually taking what you say about skincare very seriously. Unfortunately, in this whole self-care, skincare routine business, there are a lot of snake oil salesmen who come and sell you a bill of goods that can really do nothing for you. But I think the greatest measurement of how good a product is how passionate the owner is about it, and do they use it. And seeing you use your products every day, I was like, you know what, I also want to be confident in how my skin glows, in how, you know, how it looks, how fresh it looks, not walking around with white freckles coming off your skin. I find that very, very uncomfortable and very embarrassing to me personally. Like, yes, we are men, but you also need to look good,
Yeah, you need
man.
to represent. Yeah, you need to represent.
Yeah.
So, for example, if I just pick off on that, as a man, do you think that men invest in enough in their skincare and self-care
No.
now?
Okay.
For example, in your age bracket.
It's changing. In my age bracket, it's changing. It's changing. For example, I have friends who I still don't understand it, but they go to, I don't know what you call it. They do the whole.
Now there's what they call the Metro Man, where the cafe show.
The cafe show. I'm like,
Yeah.
I always tease them about it, but I'm like, all right. I'm not perfect. There are also some things I'm very apprehensive about getting into, but I think it's, I don't know why, I can't really pinpoint why it's changing. Maybe it's just a thing of, you need to look good.
Yeah.
You see another man looking good, you're like, all right. What's your routine, man of God?
Yeah. Okay. And do you think that for you, for example, the whole thing about skincare and the confidence, did it come as a result of like maturity as you grew older?
I think
And then
so.
you realized that you needed to start paying more attention to your skin. What are the triggers that basically led you to now to start paying more attention to the things that you're putting onto your skin?
Funnily enough, it was exercising, as you know.
Yeah. The guys who skip. How many, whatever?
So
Gosh.
I now it's 3 times a day, but I think
3 times a day?
Sorry, 3 times a week.
Okay.
But there was a time I used to do 1,000 skips a day for almost, was it 6 months?
Yeah.
Every day.
I was calling it a revenge face, a revenge body. I don't know on who, but
So, for some reason, that, like, after working out, I'd always feel good. I was always energetic, which is counterintuitive. You would think, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to work out, and I'm going to come exhausted. But you come and you have all these things flaring in your mind. You're so energetic. You can go for another 4 hours. So I was like, maybe there's something to this. But also, the fact that I don't stand in the mirror and I am...
you don't have a mirror
There's a mirror now.
in your room.
There's a mirror now. Don't expose us now.
I'm sorry. I'm
Big
sorry.
sister, right
Yes.
now, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
Family
yeah.
secrets.
Okay.
There's a mirror in the
sorry.
whatever. So you stand in front of the mirror and you're like, I don't like it was a thing of I don't like the way I look, I don't like the way I feel, so what can be done to change that? Also, there's a shifting of the mind and being
What didn't you like? Was there anything? Because of course, you're a handsome man.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Yes.
Thank you. So it was a thing of I was overweight. And I always tell people, I used to be overweight. And they're like, you used to be overweight? Okay, to me, I was.
Yeah, you've never been fat.
I've never. So I would show them pictures and I'm like, first look at my neck profile. Look at my cheekbones. Look how flared my face was. Like, look how protruding my...
It's interesting because I've never perceived that.
And,
yeah.
But I actually noticed, I'm like, something needs to change. Yeah. But as you said, maybe there was maybe there's some truth to the whole revenge body thing. I don't know. I refuse to. I think
that is true.
But revenge body won't make you consistent. That's the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, because you start it. You start on something, and then you become really like completely addicted to it, and then it just becomes like a way of life for you.
For example, when
shout outs to those people.
For example,
all the haters.
For example, when I wake up in the morning, and if I start my day without doing at least 50 push-ups, there is a problem.
Mercy, Lord, mercy.
Okay, not at least. Okay, 50. Let's not lie. 50. There is a problem. So and that has become an addiction. Sometimes you can be there, even like when I'm at work, I can be there and I'm like, who's anyone? Is anyone looking? No. Let's just go down and do a quick 25 and then get up.
No kidding.
Really. Even when I'm working from home, sometimes I can be there. I'm like, okay, you've sat for too long. Get up,
like
do
a break for you.
Yeah, do a quick 25, get up. Do a quick 25, get up. So before you know it, throughout the day, you've done like 200 push-ups.
That's crazy.
So you do 25, and you do 25, you get up. It's normal to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has that changed? Like, have you found, because from your perception of not liking what you see in the mirror, which obviously for us as your family have never seen, but now, has your confidence changed? Have you found like there is as you've matured and with the things that you're doing, because it's one thing to actually do all the things, but sometimes people can still continue having like insecurities, and those insecurities sometimes like they're like inherent, they're just inside, and someone cannot explain. And so you can find someone becomes like an addict of exercise or whatever it is, because they're pursuing something that they cannot actually achieve. But now for you, like as an individual, have you found like you found your what is it? Like yourself.
North Star.
Yeah, your North Star. And in terms of like your confidence, has it now changed? Has the perception of yourself changed with your growth as well? And what you're doing?
Yes and no, because I think the confidence is more internal than external currently, because, like you said, the family didn't, you guys didn't see anything, otherwise you'd have told me, but I could see it, and also that's a fine line. There's a fine line between being overly critical and actually seeing and imagining things that aren't there.
Yeah.
But I would like to think my confidence has been more internally actualized.
Yeah.
That, okay, you're on this journey. Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Are you doing it to impress X person?
What's that internal process been like? What are the things that that have actually helped you to get to that space?
Shrink. I didn't know this was yes.
Yeah.
What is your hourly charge?
No, you could actually be helping someone else as well, because it's not usually like the outside things that someone does. Like what you're speaking to, that is usually confidence usually starts from inside. So that's what I want to actually like really understand your thought process, since you're a process person. The internal.
Remember the analogy I used about making your bed?
Yeah.
I heard it from Jordan Peterson. Where he was talking about people who are so indignantly, like, very passionate about external factors.
Yeah.
About maybe, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you're passionate about rights, about this. But have you taken have you paused to look at yourself? Have you made your bed first before you go out to try and organize the world? What right do I have to go out into the world and assume that I can organize it when I haven't even made my own bed? So it was more or less a thing of start with making your own proverbial bed. In this case, it was my physical fitness, my health.
Yeah.
But also there were some factors, some things that happened, not to me, to people that I love, and it was more or less an eye-opener that you need to, that we need to take our health, our physical, very seriously. It was a thing of, but also and when I tell people this, people don't believe it, but I had a problem of snacking, and not just small snacking, but you find that your snacking is actually like a full meal.
Yeah.
So you eat, you don't realize but because of my physique, maybe my body would hide.
Would burn it up.
Yeah, would burn it up and all that. But it became a problem. And the older I have gotten, the more I have realized that I need to take my health very, very seriously.
Awesome.
Because there is there's internal confidence that comes with knowing I can run with, for example, with Enzo. Sometimes when I go for a run with him, we can go like 7 kilometers jogging.
Nice.
And I'm like, yes, you're out of breath, but you're like, okay, this is good enough. You can do 15 pull-ups without feeling like your head is about to explode.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
So I think that what you're saying is really like working, acknowledging the gaps that you've seen in yourself, and working towards that, the satisfaction that comes from actually finding that you're actually doing something about it, and then actually seeing the results of that also have actually helped you.
Yeah.
I want to believe that also, of course, being now your spiritual life has also had a lot to play in terms of being in a space of mentorship, being discipled, has also had a lot to play with the person, the all-rounded person that you're becoming, right?
Yeah, yes.
Awesome. I'm also proud. So what's one thing people might be surprised to learn about you?
I like tall, muscular women.
Huh?
Exactly.
Tell me about it.
Exactly.
Tell me about it.
So,
How tall?
like,
That's a good one. But I've not seen those around your profile.
like I said,
Yeah.
surprise.
It's just something that you like. You admire them.
Yeah, like there is a sort of calm before the storm that I'm like, hey, that is all right, an Amazonian walking. All right. So,
that's a good one.
when I say muscular, I don't mean like body, just
toned,
well toned,
just packed, compact.
You're spiritual woman.
That's a good one.
See, I didn't think about that. I already knew.
I never thought about that because it does not even feature anywhere around. But I'll not say anything. But yes, that's an interesting one. Yeah, so that's more like your alter ego. Okay. So what is one lesson life has taught you recently?
Hey, we recently had a men's fellowship, and my biggest takeaway from that was, as a man, what is my why? And the biggest lesson I have learned is not to be afraid of the question, why? Why am I doing this? Because sometimes that question can be quite daunting, the question of why, because sometimes you don't have the answer, and it's okay not to have the answer. Sometimes it's okay to be on the journey. And being in that space was a teaching moment for me, that these are men I look up to, I admire, and they're also, however much from the outside I look at them, I'm like, hey, they have made it. But even they are still on that journey, and they're also still discovering their whys in different facets of life. So being comfortable, having it figured out here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think because the thing is that I think as a man, most times, I mean, I'm not a man, but I just imagine that most men want to have like all the answers. Like because usually people go to you for solutions. They always, I mean, if there's something, if I'm struggling, I'll first call up a boy and man or whatever in my cycle and say, because kind of like if you think that men always like somehow kind of like have an answer, especially for practical things, and just to know that yes, it's not obvious, and it's okay to not to have everything figured out. That is really, really awesome. Ish, my God, I feel like I also need to be part of that fellowship.
Oh, please. Well, that's
Yeah.
to check. You're not a man,
Yeah.
please.
So if you're to just to speak onto that, if you're to give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Read more.
Read more.
Because I have found that there is a book I read recently called Seeking Allah, Finding Jesus.
Nice.
By the late Nabil Qureshi. Now, his life story in a roundabout way is he's a Pakistani man. He was a Pakistani man born in a staunch Muslim family who later gives his life to Christ and becomes one of the most popular and devout Christian apologists of the 21st century. And unfortunately, he succumbed to, I think it was stomach cancer. Yeah, but it was a thing of, even in his last days, how fervently passionate he was about his pursuit for spreading the good news and propagating the word of God across the world. And I would never have gotten that story if I had not have read that book, because it's not a book that is in my spaces that much. But also within that book, I found that I was being convicted to read more of the Bible, because his best friend, David Wood, the one who led him to Christ, David Wood says, he has a saying, I'm paraphrasing, some of the most devout and passionate Christians are former Muslims. Because
it's extremities.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when they come this side and they see the good news, that, I don't want to say conditioning, but that conditioning essentially readies them for discipleship, for evangelism, because they make extremely amazing evangelists, former Muslims who become Christians.
Yeah.
And it was more or less a conviction that why is it that a former Muslim knows the word of God more than you?
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I'm watching these apologetic debates between maybe David Wood and someone called Muhammad Hijab, I'm like, even Muhammad Hijab, who is a Muslim,
Knows the Bible.
he knows the Bible. Like, yes, he's not using
The revelation.
he's not using the revelation,
Yeah.
but also he's being intellectually dishonest in his arguments. And you're like, but still, even in his intellectual dishonest, he can still try, he can quote the Bible and all. I'm like, why can't you do that, but use the revelation God has given you to actually be able to talk about the word of God in such with such clear delivery. So that's one thing I would like read more, because another book that I always my spiritual mom might be listening to this or watching this, and she's probably going to roll her eyes when Dostoevsky, like there's a book called The Brothers Karamazov.
There's someone who is reading that book, but they're reading it in Greek.
Who is this person?
I don't know.
So that book essentially opened my eyes to having intellectual conversations, being open to sometimes difficult questions. Hey, you're Christian, it's okay to ask difficult questions. And sometimes we are afraid to ask difficult questions because maybe we don't have the answers, or we're afraid of the answers. But if you have the answer and you're afraid of the question, why are you afraid of the question? Or maybe you don't have the right revelation, that's why you're afraid of the answer. Maybe if you read the Bible more, you'd get a better revelation of the answer that you're afraid of.
Okay, I'll also read that book.
I'm going to send it to you.
You have it?
Of course, and the audiobook as well.
Please share it. I don't like the audios, but I want to read the book.
Say less. I got you.
Awesome. I think you've been using Shea butter products for a bit of time. Yeah,
since
like
20...
about I think after COVID.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I wanted to just first of all understand, how did you first discover the Shea House? Of course, it seems like a very obvious question, but let me just ask that. Yeah.
Dora is my sister, for those who don't know.
Your elder sister, please.
No, okay,
add that.
my elder, okay,
Yeah.
my elder sister. Yes, I'm sorry. So, after Form 6, during VAC, I was looking for, as you do, I was looking for a job, and Dora had just started the Shea House, and she was like, I've started this camp, and then it was still in its inception, because then you are still making soap. Do you know that you're actually the first person to get me a job?
I did.
Yes.
You should sow seed. You should sow seed. When you become a billionaire, please sow seed.
This is, because I worked for, that was my first job, the Shea House. That's how I got to learn about it, but then it was still soap. There is a lady, I don't know her name, but there's a lady, I think it was back then. She had a problem with her skin. Like she had, I don't know if acne or whatever it might have been, but her skin was so bad. Even when I got to make her delivery and I saw her face, I'm like, oh, wait. She bought goat milk soap, the first iteration of goat milk soap back then. So when I delivered it to her, I was like, her face. Then the next time, I think it was a month later, I was scared. The next time I delivered, her face was so clear. I was like, hey, you mean these things work like this? But then I was just there because, I mean, Dora is paying me, so I might as well. I had not seen the vision.
Oh, Lord. Maybe I did not tell you about the vision. My apologies as well.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've answered your question, but
yeah. So that's really, so then, so that's how you discovered the Shea House. Now tell me about now the products, when you started using the products, and then which products became your favorite products of the Shea House?
It's so funny that I kept
changing.
Yeah. There was the pure shea butter with lavender. I didn't, initially I would like the smell of lavender, but after a while it would make me want to puke. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Sesame was okay, but I also didn't like the smell. Rosemary, was it rosemary as well?
No.
There was another one. I keep forgetting.
Maybe that's the pure shea butter.
No, it's the pure shea butter I like. Because there is no
scent.
No scent. But there is.
There is.
There
But
is.
now you're using, this is now vanilla that you're using.
Really?
Yeah, this is vanilla.
Oh, the more you know. Really? Okay, then I stand corrected. I like the smell of vanilla. I stand corrected.
Which is interesting because actually most men would probably go for lavender because kind of like, I mean, there are scents that men sometimes tend to gravitate towards. And so, yeah.
To me, it's mostly because lavender would, like, makes me want to puke. After I feel, I'm like, I don't like the smell of this. After a while, initially I like the smell, but after a while I'm like, but with this one, it's so funny that I don't even smell it anymore.
Yeah. So
I just like that.
But so what do you like most about the product in practical things about this particular,
So I have very dry skin. I got to know this because of my sister and her explanations over the years. So I have very dry skin. Okay, not very, but I have dry skin.
Dry skin.
And I find that this keeps my skin very moist throughout the whole day. I don't have to reapply. I may be doing it wrong, but as a man, I don't have to walk with it in my purse.
Yeah. Women don't actually also do that. They don't. Maybe they just have hand lotion and stuff. Yeah. If you check my bag, I don't have any creams in it. I just have a hand lotion and a lip balm.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm also not like the typical, I'm not like, there are also women who are at a different level. I'm also not there. Yeah.
Okay. So, the soaps, I tried them, but never really got into them. To me, it was mostly the body butters. The smoothie, obviously, the smoothie is a recent product, but I really like the smoothie because of what you taught me, layering. Yeah. And I find that layering, she's so proud. She's so proud. So you apply that, then you apply the pure,
and you're done.
You're done. You're like, this is it.
Yeah.
So I find that sometimes if I'm not going to apply the smoothie, I just spray a bit of water on my skin and
Yeah.
yeah,
So that you don't apply it when it's dry, when your skin is dry.
yeah.
Oh, you're such a good student. You're such a good student. I'm so proud. If I ask you to complete this sentence, what is a good skincare routine makes me feel
Comfortable.
comfortable?
Comfortable.
Nice. Why?
I don't like. So I had there was this for the longest time. I loved using lotions,
Yeah.
and I'd find that lotions kept my skin dry, which is so funny. Like they really kept my skin dry. I don't like having dry hand.
Yeah.
Like for me, that's my biggest pet peeve.
It's not cool either.
Dry hands, like especially
Between the hands,
I
what? It
don't
is,
like it. So I found that was very, especially for someone who does a lot of typing and a lot of, you find that sometimes you're moving your hands a bit too much,
Yeah.
and having having dry hands impedes that, or it feels uncomfortable to me. So I found that having moist, is the word moist? I don't know. Moisturized hands helps.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, maybe throughout this interview, you've seen me rubbing my hands together. I just like the feel of smooth hands.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Even a man needs to have really cool hands. I mean, yeah, rough is relative, but yeah, even women love well-groomed hands and stuff like that. So that's cool.
Also, by comfortable, I mean, I don't want to look at my elbows and they're ashy.
White, ashy, yes.
So that makes me very uncomfortable. So I want to put something on and forget about it.
Comfortable. Awesome. Yeah. So you're someone, of course, who enjoys working out. Yeah. So what keeps you motivated? Besides the revenge body.
Super Sana. I call her Super Sana. That's my nickname for her. There is an Instagram channel I follow. There is an Indian, he's a former lieutenant general, and he posts videos of himself on Instagram. He's, I think, an 80-year-old man.
80?
80 or 70. But when you see him, obviously he's lean, but when you see him kicking and punching a bag, you're like, whoa.
Like your younger self would probably not be able to do that.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Actually, not probably, definitely not. Like this guy can do roundhouse kicks in his old age. And that is one of my, like, it's not that looking good is one thing, but being fit is another.
The longevity of it.
Can I bend and touch my toes?
Yeah.
Comfortably? Can I, like, simple things like that? Just being able to call myself fit. Flexible. Flexible, the word of fit.
Both.
Another inspiration that keeps me going is Novak Djokovic, the tennis player, the GOAT.
Yeah. You didn't mention that, but I know that you're such an ardent tennis fan.
So I think he's now 41 and he's still playing.
Still playing.
Obviously, he has slowed down, but seeing how well he is even in his 40s, I'm like, oh, that is an inspiration. Yeah.
That's awesome. So actually what I'm saying is that, I mean, it's not about looking good now, but about the future. That you want to actually be able to be healthy into your old age. Yeah, that's a good one, because most times, I think sometimes when you're in your youth, you don't really see that. You just think everything is just going to fall in place. And it's actually that you have to start. It's like a building block you're building on top of. So whatever things that you're building on, basically will form your foundation, the kind of foundation that that will hold you up. So that's pretty cool. What's harder? A tough workout or getting out of bed for an early morning workout? But you don't usually work out in the morning, do you? You tend to work out more in the evening. Yeah.
So definitely morning, getting out. Hey.
Because also you sleep late.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm sorry. The things are supposed to be kept. These are secret. I'm sorry, I let out the cat. Yeah. So what's one fitness lesson that applies to life? What do you think what would that be?
Fitness helps with the mind.
Yeah.
Get your mind right, your body will follow.
That.
Get your body right, the mind will follow.
Yeah.
So it's two sides of the same coin, yin and yang, moving in unison. So I think back to the analogy of making your bed.
Yeah.
When you know, because it's so funny, but the hardest thing is self-agency. One of the hardest things is self-agency. It's easy to put something else. It's easy to want to influence an external
than
area
yourself.
than internal. So if you can master internal, why am I sounding like Djokovic? If you can master the internal, that's one of my biggest lessons.
Okay.
And it also teaches discipline.
So that actually also goes with self-awareness.
Yes. And it's also funny that some of the most disciplined men that I have seen are fighters, like MMA fighters, very disciplined, very calm, because they have mastered themselves and they don't have to prove anything. So that internal confidence, they're comfortable. They're like, nothing phases them. So that is something that back to the whole internal confidence thing.
Hey, my God, my brother is wise. Yeah, I like this. Like, really, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm also learning. You actually never stop learning. And we learn from younger, okay, I can't say children. But
You're about to.
I'm sorry. Yeah, anyone younger than me is a child. So bad, but it's true. Yeah, especially when you carried them. Yeah, so you're part of the media team at Worship Harvest. What do you enjoy more about serving there?
What do I enjoy more about serving? It is back to the whole gear pond thing.
Yeah.
Seeing how systems work. And
Yeah,
having
and
a
being
peep
part
in
of
the background, how the cogs are moving, and
Yeah.
just it may not be in media team per se, but just having an understanding of how a vehicle, how such a vehicle moves,
Yeah.
and has actually helped me in my professional life as well, because now I am learning how to be a people person. As like me, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to deal with people. I just, as you know, this one has tried to get me to go to many a concert, and I'm like, no, please, leave me alone.
That one is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it has taught me how to be. The thing I enjoy the most is, it's so funny, but the friction and finding solutions. Like, I don't like conflict, but when conflict arises, I find joy in solving it, because I like solving problems. So I find joy in the fact that, hey, there's this thing that we have gone through, and I always find myself
just being part of the solution as well, but also being part of a body that is a structure that is very, very organized, and those systems that are already existing, and knowing that you're actually a contributor to that as well. I think that's pretty cool. So what's one thing serving in church has taught you about people? Because you're talking about, like, now you're getting into interfacing. You're interfacing with people a lot. What has that taught you?
So very many non-believers or agnostics or whatever, they look at church and they try and impose the idea of perfection onto imperfect people. So when a Christian, for example, cheats them, scams them, whatever it might be, they're like, all Christians are like that, because if you call yourself a man of God, woman of God, why are you doing this? But it's more or less an understanding, coming to the realization that church is a hospital.
Yeah.
Some people are farther along. Some people are farther along.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's an inner joke.
Some people are farther along in their treatment.
In their treatment, and others.
They're just walking in that door and they're going to the ICU.
So be careful.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So that's my biggest lesson.
We are all imperfect beings. Yeah. But God is helping us. God is helping us. So now we got about the dogs. of course, we don't hear. You are a dog dad, yeah? So tell us about your dogs. How did this journey? I know, of course, usually most times kids learn from there. It's really the environment determines sometimes. I mean, if you grew up, if your parents love dogs, Auntie doesn't love dogs, but your dad is an animal lover, yeah? So I wanted first of all get to understand what are the influences that really led you, but you're very, very passionate about your dogs. So how did that come about?
Back to the passionate thing. When
All the way, all in.
All in.
Yeah.
We're either in or we're not.
Yeah.
How did it come up? I don't know. Because Dad really loves animals, especially dogs. So I think it was just innate.
Yeah.
I had no option. I really and it's not that we grew up with dogs.
No.
We found dogs along the way. But I found that I always liked dogs.
Yeah.
I had this innate curiosity about them. Like these are, and back to the whole thing of systems, like the whole thing of training a dog to the point where you like, for example, with Enzo, if I'm walking on the road, I don't want him to be barking at everyone.
People.
And it's something I've learned, just learning how to train dogs. But how did that come? I honestly can't put a finger on it.
Yeah.
It was more or less
So what do you
an
love
innate
about
love.
your dogs? Tell us about your dogs.
Hey, just last night I was looking at Bem Bem and I was like, this is an old boy.
He is.
He's an old boy. Bem Bem, come. Bem Bem. Now Enzo has come. Now,
Hey, Bem Bem.
now,
Good boy.
because we got Bem Bem in 2019, just before lockdown, I remember. And the person who sold him to us as a German Shepherd. Yeah.
Look at you, German Shepherd. What a joke.
What a joke.
Oh, Lord.
But he stayed. And there's always this thing.
How did this name Bem Bem come about?
So,
Is it because he's fat?
yes, and chubby.
Yeah.
But also, he's the last dog, the Belgian Shepherd, the one who passed Troy, the aggressive one.
Yeah.
So when we met, we gave Troy a fancy name, and we were like, at least we better give Bem Bem I mean, not one of those names, but I think it was Mom who named him Bem Bem. I think.
Really?
I don't remember. I might be wrong. Now, why are you growling?
Why are you growling, Bem Bem? No, Bem Bem. See how my clothes are clean?
And then Enzo.
Enzo. So what are the things, the characteristics between these two that differentiates these two?
As you can see,
Yeah.
he's
the instigator.
he likes to. He's now jealous. So he's now jealous.
Now we are friends.
Now this one is very calm.
Yeah.
He doesn't like conflict.
Yeah.
He's very.
He has mastered himself. He
He
understands himself. He doesn't have to
himself.
prove
No,
anything.
Exactly. He's not like the other one. But the thing I like most about him, and also him, is they're very easy to train and be around.
Yeah. Okay. So, so who is, of course, the troublemaker would be Bem Bem, right?
Yes.
And then this one would be?
I know this one is a troublemaker. The other one is because he's older, like much older. I think in dog years is like 90
Man, he's
or
ancient.
80. He's ancient.
Yeah.
This one in dog years is
Sit,
like
sit,
30.
Enzo. Sit. Good boy. Sit.
He's not going to sit.
Yeah.
Enzo. Enzo, you go.
Okay. What's the funniest thing that any of these dogs has done? Has ever done?
This guy learned how to open the gate.
No kidding.
I don't know why he stopped, but he learned how. No, it was Bem Bem actually. It's Bem Bem who learned how to open the gate. I don't know why he stopped, but he knows how to open a door, and I don't know who taught him that, but he knows how to do it. And the funniest thing was,
That's crazy.
it's funny now. But that night when they were showing the drone works,
Yeah.
something told me, to this day I think it's the spirit. The spirit told me, walk with Enzo when you're going to the hill to view the drone works. So on my walk up there, I came across two men. And this guy is, okay, he's aggressive when he needs to be. He just
Yeah.
doesn't lash out at anyone.
Yeah.
But that day, I saw the guard dog come out, like properly.
Yeah.
He ran in front of me, stopped, swole up, and started barking at these guys, you know, in
Yeah.
a posture of, I am going to kill you.
Yeah.
And they were, so they were both telling me, if you want to view the drone works very, very, very clearly, go down. Like, down
So
is
they're leading you
counterintuitive.
somewhere.
Yes.
You're supposed to go up a higher
So
part.
one of them walked behind me, but then the guy who remained had his hands behind his back, and the way he walked away was very suspicious. He walked away
Yeah.
very slowly, with almost unnaturally, like almost not wanting me to see what was behind his back.
Yeah.
So he walked away with his hands and facing me, and Enzo stared at him like, I am not leaving until you move. So the guy backed away. Then I told Enzo, let's go. It's like just, okay, let's go. Then, to me, that's funny. I mean,
Yeah.
it might, again, I might be imagining,
Yeah.
but I'm like,
Because even dogs are very intuitive. Yeah. They're very intuitive. Yeah. So, okay, this is our last part now. Our fun rapid fire questions.
oh, bring it on.
Yeah. Coffee or tea?
Tea,
Early bird or night owl?
both. Yes, you know this.
Gym or Netflix?
Jim,
Dogs or cats?
dogs,
Beach or mountains?
mountains,
One word your friends would use to describe you. One word.
loud. And by my friends, I mean my day ones, the
Yeah.
guys I've grown up with.
Favorite way to spend a free Saturday?
Gaming, reading, exercising.
Exercise. One thing you can't leave home without?
My headphones.
Your headphones. And then you already mentioned confidence in one word, but that is comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when people finish watching this interview, what is one thing you would like them to remember?
Not to take your self-care serious. No, sorry, lightly. It might be a thing of, let me start by doing 10 push-ups. Maybe I can't do 5, maybe I can do 10. Let me start by doing 5. Just start. Start doing something to improve a small facet of your life, but also taking your, I mean, let's not pretend this is a Shea House interview, so taking your skincare very seriously. Like, let's not beat about the bush. Let's not beat about the bush.
But tell me about what exactly for you, how would you define self-care? What exactly is self-care?
All-round wellness.
All-round wellness.
All-round mental,
Yeah.
physical, spiritual.
Yeah.
All-round wellness.
Awesome.
Because most people take care of the body,
Yeah.
their mind and spirit, and the spiritual bit are lacking, and vice versa.
Yeah. That's good. Thank you so much, Emma. This has been awesome. You're such a wise man. I am
Thank
so
you.
proud of you. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the future is bright.
Oh, yes.
The future is bright.